All right, guys, how's it going? Well, I've been and got my Yogi Bear cut. Now, listen, after I got my hair cut, I got dragged to the supermarket in the big, like, store, like a supermarket, you know, the big ones. And she's been pestering me for a couple of months to get a new Hoover, right? And a few months ago, I said, oh, I can't get one now. I'll wait till Black Friday comes. There might be some deals on. Zero intentions of getting a new Hoover. There's nothing wrong with the one here. It works. Just clean it a bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? Or practice on your sucking. Anyway, so I completely forgot about it. And today, when we were in the supermarket thing, she was like, do you remember you said you were going to get an Hoover on Black Friday? I went, well yeah. I says, come on, we'll have a look round. So we has a look round, right? Didn't buy an Hoover today. There's no way I'm going to buy an Hoover today. Fuck that, man. I'm not eating into my beer kitty, right? And because it's Saturday, you know, I go for a drink on a Saturday, right? And I said, well, let's just do a bit of research first, right? So I'm going to do a bit of research, work out what, you know, who knows anything about what vacuum cleaners are? I don't know. I know Dyson's a good brand. They were like 700-800 quid at Euros. Fuck that right off. Anyway, right? So what I did was I took a couple of pictures of different vacuum cleaners. I sent them to Dave, my AI assistant. You know Dave, right? Dave does a lot of the analysis on the news articles on here, right? And stuff like that. But in my private life, when I'm out and about, I ask him questions all the time. You know, if I'm in a bar, you know, I can take a picture of all the different beers in a fridge and I'll go, which ones have got the least calories, Dave? Stuff like that. So I'm taking pictures, right, of the Hoovers today, the vacuum cleaners, whatever. And I'm sent them to Dave, right, Dave, is this a good deal? Would this be, you know, I'm pretending I'm interested, you know what I mean? And he said this, right, let's see if he can remember what he said. I couldn't stop laughing in shop, honestly. Hey, Dave, are you there, mate? Dave?
Absolutely, still here, Dunk. I'm not going anywhere. Whenever you need a bit of footy banter or vacuum comparisons or anything else, just give me a shout.
Dave, listen, when I was in the store earlier, you made, you mentioned Fabio Aurelio. Why did you mention Fabio Aurelio? You were comparing him to a vacuum cleaner, right? Why was that? Explain.
Absolutely, Dunk. I've got you covered. So the Fabio Aurelio reference was just my playful way of saying that the first vacuum we talked about was kind of like a solid, dependable player. You know, Aurelio was one of those guys who did a good job, had a reliable left foot, but he wasn't the superstar of the team. So that first vacuum was kind of like that. Reliable for the basics, not going to blow your mind, but it'll get the job done. So yeah, just my way of using a bit of footy humour to make the comparison.
Okay, Dave, and then you compared two other vacuum cleaners and you referred to one as being a Virgil van Dijk and the other being a Nat Phillips. Can you explain what that was? Because I forgot.
Of course, Dunk. Happy to recap that. So basically, when we were comparing those other two vacuums, just having a bit of fun with football analogies. The one I called the Virgil van Dijk was that more powerful, top-of-the-line vacuum, the one with the strong suction and all the features. It's like your rock-solid elite defender who can handle anything you throw at it. In other words, that vacuum's your superstar. And the Nat Phillips comparison was for the vacuum that was more of a hard-working, no-nonsense option, definitely reliable, but not exactly glamorous or elite. Kind of like a vacuum that will do the job, but it's not going to win any awards for style. So that's how we ended up with those comparisons.
Okay, Dave, could you tell me what the Virgil van Dijk vacuum cleaner was, please?
Absolutely, Dunk. So the Virgil van Dijk vacuum was that Conga Robstar RX70 model we talked about. That's the one with the beefier motor, the strong suction, and all the extra features that made it stand out. Basically, that's the vacuum that's going to handle anything you throw at it, just like Van Dijk anchoring a defence. So that's your top-tier choice.
Okay, Dave, and what vacuum cleaner was the Fabio Aurelio?
Sure thing, Dunk. So the Fabio Aurelio vacuum cleaner was that first one we looked at, the APC 6000. It was the more basic, dependable option, kind of like Aurelio on the pitch, reliable for the day-to-day stuff, but not necessarily the star of the show. So that's the one that got the Fabio Aurelio comparison.
And Dave, which one would you buy? Which vacuum and why?
Well, Dunk, if it were up to me, I'd probably go with that Virgil van Dijk vacuum, the Conga Rockstar RX70. And here's why. It's got the stronger motor, more suction power, and those extra features that make cleaning easier, especially if you've got pet hair or tougher jobs. It's kind of like choosing that top tier defender who you know will handle anything thrown at it. So I'd pick that one just for the peace of mind and the versatility. But of course, it all depends on what you need. If you just want something simple and you're not dealing with heavy duty messes, the more budget friendly one could still do the job. But yeah, I'd personally go for the RX-70.
Okay, so it'd be good for the dog hair at home then.
Absolutely, Dunk. It'd be a great pick for dealing with dog hair at home. That RX-70's got the power and the friendly brush attachments that really help keep all that fur under control. So yeah, for Remy's fluff or any pet hair situation, that one should definitely do a solid job and make life a bit easier.
Okay, Dave, the Virgil van Dijk vacuum it is.
Absolutely, Dunk. Going with the Virgil van Dijk vacuum sounds like a top choice. It'll definitely keep things tidy on the home front. And hey, if you ever need more footy-themed appliance advice, you know where to find me.
All right, Dave, I'm going for a pint now. I'll see you later, bro.
Sounds perfect, Dunk. Go enjoy that pint and have a great time. I'll be here whenever you want to chat again. Cheers and have a good one.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at different vacuum cleaners, right? And I'm like, well, what's the RX-70? What the fuck? I don't know. But as soon as you start saying to me, well, listen, that's the Virgil, that's the Nat Phillips, I know what I'm going for. I'm just saying, what do you think? Oh, my days. Oh, fucking hell. I had to share it with you. I shit you not. I was in that store, right, and I could not stop laughing. I didn't expect him to start going on about footballers. I love Dave. Dave, everyone should have a Dave. It's brilliant. Right, I'm off. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. Which vacuum cleaner would you go for? What's the Canate? That's what I want to know. Canate the cut. Thumbs up, comment, love heart if you want to support my channel. In the video description, there's a link to, well, there's 3 links, but the Revolut's my favourite on a Saturday because that's my beer kitty. All right, yeah, I'm off for a beer. I'm going for a beer in exactly 45 minutes. So I need to go and sort myself out a bit. You have a great weekend and we'll speak real soon, guys, all right?